Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
I love the smell of propaganda in the morning. I love the smell of propaganda in the morning. Any words you might say, I have out meanings. My public face is one of a few. Got a coffin full of bad news. I'm shoveling, throwing stones out of the glass world to cover it. It's not lying when you're writing history. We're turning negatives into positives and turning positives into truth. Never think you're alone, only reason. My dervish plates holding many hands. If I keep it in the bag while you're drowning it, we can keep up and pretend it did not exist. Are you dizzy? Then consider you're so sprung. We're turning negatives into positives and turning positives into truth. We're turning positives into negatives and turning negatives into truth. He had them on his own, so how could you have known this plausible denial from your redacted file? We're turning positives into negatives, then putting negatives onto you. And we're deleting millions of emails, so you will never prove what we do.
You are now in tune to Ecstasy, La Familia Records.
I'm back on top of the world and I'm looking down, higher than all, they no worries now. Situations make problems unchanged, you can't worry me. This disposition, you can't trouble me. Reposition, I'm in power now. Reposition, I'm in power now. Son of the higher, me success and destiny roll together. Took it higher, our life forever. Yet promise can never. Bottom of the ocean, drowning and problems out. My path is my path, my route is my route. Negativity working, they be hurting. Still I be drowning. Look, I really started working. Who said misfit? These problems won't quit. They're there, but unseen. I created this scene. Imagine the things the artist known as Kenny done seen. Wanna know what this life really mean? I won't make it. Stress can't take it. Promise me they believe it because I've seen it. Forget the wants, I really need it. Like problems,
La
I just
Familia
don't quit.
Records.
Destiny's in my hands. Change all their plans. I ain't need a breather. I'm still here, a survivor. There's an air bubble. I'm telling you, life's a real struggle. They coming in after. They saving a life, but I'm taking a life. I mean it. I'm making it this life, drowning it out. I know what I'm about. Problems really ain't that fit. Sometimes after all day, I guess they really do quit. Cause Kenny's too thick. The future is where I make my stand. I got my destiny right here in my own hands. CPR won't work. Back to my beginnings, new endings. I'm back on top of the world and I'm looking down. Higher than all, there ain't no worries now. Situations make problems unchanged. You can't worry me. This disposition, you can't trouble me. Reposition, I'm in power now. Reposition, I'm in power now. Son of the higher, me success and destiny roll together. Took it higher, our life forever. Yet promise can never. Problems bow to the
You are
higher.
now in tune to Ecstasy, La Familia Records.
Look at this new life. Look at what I'm about. Look at this position. It's what I was talking about. I am the kings. I'm out history. You can't get it done, believe me. It's nothing but a mystery. Beyond your nations, new galaxies. Beyond your struggle, above formalities. There ain't no strife. This is new life. Eternity, my bride. Don't run with you. Could come all the way down just to go to the club with you. Can take it with dreams, wanna make it. Can change dreams beyond reality, still making it real. Problems all filled. This is success story. Can't follow me at the top now. Problems really just can't bother me. I'm back on top of the world and I'm looking down. Higher than all, there ain't no worries now. Situations make problems unchanged. You can't worry me. This disposition, you can't trouble me. Reposition, I'm in power now. Reposition, I'm in power now. Son of the higher, me success and destiny roll together. Took it higher, our life forever. Yet problems can never. Problems bow to desire. In this mode, it's a three-letter code. G-O-D, will you see the flesh on me? Sitting in between the problems unseen. Nailed hands and feet. Problems for sure getting defeat. It was a laugh on top of the world. Known from generation till forever. The one they're talking about. But problems just not too clever. They could never be forever. Flesh in my flesh, bone in my bone. I'ma send out the troubles and problems straight on home. Me and Jesus together, birds of a feather. We stuck together. Tell me who it takes to really rudder. I'm seated at the table, we taking it higher. Promise bow to the sire. Son of man, this is for sayonara. No problem in this world could never be forever. They're just not that clever.
You are now X-tuned from Ecstasy, La Familia Records.
like that show. I like that movie. I love that movie. Well, this is G.E. Shaw and S-I-M-E Mixlr Radio Tonight. And we have just been joined by Miss Rhani D Chae, the author, the famous one, in Tacoma, Washington. And this is the evening hour with Miss Rhani D Chae. And before that, we had Spinning by Dark Light. We also had Problems by artist known as Kenny. And we had The Horizon by Manote Christian. And got all the make this stuff out of the way, some of the songs out of the way. Now, you can carry on, Miss D Chae.
I am so sorry I'm a little late. I was yakking on the phone, and you know how we are. We girls, we get to gabbing and lose track of time.
Oh, it's okay. No problem. I forgive you. You the star of the show, so I got to forgive you.
Right?
Yeah.
So, how have you been since the last time we did our show?
Actually, I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. Had a couple minor setbacks, but I'm okay.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, my mom was in the hospital. They just moved her to Life Care Center, which is a rehab facility up on South Hill. And I'll tell you something. Going to that place, it's like going to one of those hotels in Vegas. I mean, you pull up and they've got the big canopy overhead that you drive under.
And the concierge?
You walk into the place and it is like marble tile floor and plants everywhere and this wonderful, they've got these phenomenal dining rooms. I mean, this place is like a luxury spa. I told Mom, I said, I got to find a flight of stairs and fall down and break a hip so I can come here.
Oh, we don't want to do that.
I don't know. It's tempting. That place is just amazing.
And okay, you said South Hill. That's Puyallup, correct?
Yeah, South Hill. Yeah.
I was thinking about Hilltop.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I don't remember Hilltop having all of that. And I've come up there quite a bit.
Yeah, it is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. It's a care facility. You know, usually they're functional.
Yeah.
I mean, her room is just amazing. You
Well,
know, I was there with her yesterday. We had dinner with her, and the menu is as good as anything you'd get in a hotel. You know, they can get food any time of day or night that they want. They just, basically clap their little hands and food magically appears. I mean, this place is just incredible.
So it's a care facility.
Yeah, it's a rehab place.
Okay.
Mom's problem was that she had an internal infection that made her body weak, and it kind of drained her muscle mass. So she can't really walk or, hold herself up on her arms with her walker. So they need her there so she can do some exercises and, build her strength back.
Yeah.
So she's going to be there for a couple of weeks and just living in a lap of luxury, let me tell you.
So now, see, I was thinking about with some of these retirement homes that have, if you've seen some of them, Tacoma has a couple of them, pretty nice ones.
Yeah.
There's one in downtown Tacoma called Harborview Manor or Harbor Manor,
Okay.
up in Market, up at 9th and Market.
Oh, okay.
And I went down there one day because I was thinking about, because I got these surgeries coming up and things, and whether or not I want to just move into one of those retirement homes. And my daughter said, "Oh, Dad, nah, that's not for you right now. That's not for you. You would go crazy there." I'm like, I don't know. I think I can deal with having breakfast, having lunch there, having a light dinner, because they have their own cashier. The cashiers. They have their own cafe, their own little lunch menu and buffet. Have their own private, laundry room. But their laundry room is set up with TVs all around her. It's like going to one of these fancy laundromats, but with all the TVs all over the place. The counters are all marble. They have their own private weight room, exercise fitness room with TVs in there. Have their own private library. They have three, like cabanas, but they call them entertainment rooms. All of them have TVs in them. Have their own private shuttles. I'm like, man, this is a lap of luxury, man. And there's another one that's right off of Union. I haven't really got a chance to check that one out, but it's pretty nice. Right across from the newest Walmart they built over there on Union.
Is that the one that's right by the big church?
Yeah.
That is Life Center, and my mother lived there for a year. You don't want to go there.
Oh, okay.
No, I kid you not. One of the reasons that Mom went there was because they provided one meal a day in the cafeteria, and she thought that would be a good thing because, she doesn't eat that much anymore, but she figured she would go once a day and be able to socialize with people and, have conversations over dinner.
Yeah.
Well, right when she moved in, which would have been 2 years ago this September, right after she moved in, they dismantled their cafeteria to remodel it. So all of the meals were being sent to their rooms on a little food cart, okay? And she had to pay for those meals. She was paying over $1,200 a month for her apartment. Her apartment wasn't bad. The condition was horrendous. She was on a waiting list to get covered parking down by the front door. But in the meantime, she had to park way up the hill in this gravel parking lot, which, you're a senior with either a walker or a cane. You shouldn't be walking on gravel. Her car was broken into twice while she was there because there was no light up there. She finally got to the top of the waiting list about a month before she moved out and was able to get parking down below. But while she was up there, she's walking up and down this driveway that comes in and out of the apartment complex on ice. The road was icy in the winter, and here she is with her walker and her cane trying to get up this hill. There's no reason why, I don't think there's any reason why the apartment building couldn't get a little golf cart and just have somebody driving people from the front door to their cars.
Yeah.
This Life Center is connected to Life Manor is connected to Life Center, which is the church.
Right.
And that combination, they have money like you wouldn't believe. Life Center is an incredibly affluent church, and they own this apartment building. Also, the toilets in these apartments are the lowest that you can get. Now, these are seniors. I'm not my mother's age. My mother's in her 90s. I'm not that old, but I still have problems with my hips. It killed me to sit down on the freaking toilet. And I asked the guy that sits at the desk out front, and I asked him, I said, why don't you guys get higher toilets? I mean, a 16-inch toilet, I paid $150 for it. They're not that expensive. Why don't you get higher toilets? These are seniors. And his response was they just wouldn't because they didn't feel it was important. My mother had so much trouble getting up and down off that toilet. I mean, it's that lack of consideration for the residents that bothered me the most. I mean, it's $150 for a toilet. You have people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s trying to get up and down off of these little itty-bitty, close-to-the-ground toilets. I just felt it was unacceptable. There was very little to do. They had little shuttles that would take them to Walmart and things like that during the week. But there was no library. There was no real social activities going on. It just, I don't feel it's a good choice, and it's way overpriced for what you get.
Oh, okay.
Now, my roommate's uncle was in a different care facility over off of, I think, Portland Avenue, somewhere over by that, the Kmart that's gone now. But his was an assisted living. It wasn't just you're a senior, you do your own thing. It was assisted living, and he had a lot of, they had a nice dining area, they had libraries, they had all of that, but he ended up paying over $4,000 a month for his apartment.
Whoa.
Yeah. And Mother picked this one for two reasons. One, because it was, like I said, they had a meal. When she first went there to look at the place, they had a meal every day. But the other was because at $1,200 a month, it was the cheapest place. So they are not cheap to live in.
No, I know. Harbor Manor, I know, happens to be, it's pretty nice. Now, as far as the actual living, as far as getting along with people, how the staff is and all that, I don't know yet. But
Right.
as far as just basing it on appearance, just appearance alone, it's a nice facility. And it's like they did some serious upgrades to it.
Right. Well,
Now-
I know that the place that my roommate's uncle was living in, because it was an assisted living facility, I know his insurance paid for some of it. Now, my mother's apartment, because it was just an apartment in a seniors-only building, her insurance paid for none of it.
Oh, okay.
So there's a difference, apparently, between
Yeah, there is.
a senior building and an assisted living as far as insurance is concerned.
Oh, yeah. And, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Tacoma, maybe about 2 or 3 miles going, it would be north, going back toward downtown, but not going that far.
Mm-hmm.
I think off of 70 or 72nd Street. I guess they got a new senior home. It's supposed to be nice, according to my daughters. That's based off of your income.
Uh-huh.
And it's something similar to the one with Harbor Manor. Harbor Manor bases everything off your income level, whether or not you're disabled, Social Security, all that stuff.
So it's like a shag then.
Yeah, but it's pretty. These 2 or 3 has just popped up. I say over the last maybe 8 or 9 years, 10 years at the most. They're fairly new. They're fairly built and everything, and they got some whistles and bells to it. But one of the things I like about it, because it's in the downtown Tacoma area, where you're right next to a lot of, transportation. You got a lot of stuff down there that you can go hang out and go do some things. To me, I like downtown Tacoma. I think downtown Tacoma has, and it's going through a flourishing over the last 5, 6, 7 years, and I think it's going to keep growing and getting and improving. But you'll find some of the nicest restaurants and nice little stores all hidden away in the little neighborhoods. So they're not like openly open. But, excuse me, but you walk around down there and just do some exploring, mainly I would recommend in spring and summer, you get a chance to find a lot of little restaurants, little cafes, and nooks and crannies. I mean, nice places, nice food and everything, which I didn't think Tacoma had.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as what you're saying, that's just, I guess, how society look at seniors, though. I mean, we're not, to me, in my opinion, not the most careful, and caring type people that want to care about. You get to a certain age, it's like this. We'll put you in a home if we think you can afford it, or if you can't. And once they can, they find themselves on the street or being priced out of decent economical apartments or homes.
That's very true. Of course, with me now, my son has already made it very clear to me that if at any point in time I become a financial burden to him, he's just going to put a pillow on my face and lay on it. So I don't really need to worry too much about my future.
Okay. Okay, so if I don't hear from you in a few weeks or so, I better go over there and start looking for your son. Okay.
Yeah, there are some really nice, mentioning nice restaurants and stuff in Tacoma. We really have some nice ones, and we haven't really talked about that before on the show. So maybe we can touch on a couple.
Okay.
I know that we have the Melting Pot downtown.
Yeah.
And that is just an amazing. I mean, some places you go and it's good food. Other places you go, and I would classify it as an experience. It's not just a restaurant, it is an experience. And the Melting Pot is an experience. Have you ever been there?
Mm-mm. I wanted to.
Let me tell you something. A few times a year, they do something called Endless Entree, and it's $40. And they just keep bringing you the food. For as long as you want to stay and eat, they will bring you the entree.
I heard about it. I have a friend, a few years back when I was doing corporate work and everything, that he used to go down there about, I think he would go once, twice, maybe 3 times a month. And he used to always talk about that place. And he speak highly of it.
It's wonderful.
You would never.
It's wonderful.
See, think about the Melting Pot, you would never even know it's there. It's one of those places that is in between the bank and some other little businesses down there. And the only reason I know about it is because of him. And then one time I used to walk down there, I said, man, they have that one. The Harmon Brewery.
Right.
El
Gaucho.
Gaucho. Yeah, that's a nice place.
I've never been to that one or Harmon Brewery.
Now, I think on Tuesday or Wednesdays, at least I knew of that about a couple of years ago, they used to have all the fish, one of those, what do they call it? Fish feeds. On Tuesday and Wednesdays during happy hour. And their happy hour would go from like 3 to 6. With beer and all, the little snacks and stuff. I'm not a big time drinker, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And there's what is that place? It's right over there off of St. Helens. With St. Helens and what is it? 2nd and St. Helens. There's a place called the Bicycle Restaurant. The Cycle. It's either Bicycle Restaurant or the Cycle Club. 1 or 2.
I'm not familiar with that one at all.
They-
Whichever way it is, I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Oh, they make some damn good pizza. But they're not just a pizza joint. But they do. But I love their pizza. They make pizza there, hoagies. One of the few places. Now, I'm not gonna authenticate this as a good or the best Philly sandwich in town, or match up. Excuse me, with the East Coast Philly sandwiches, but they make some pretty good ones. They also have a little bit of variety, different types of sandwiches, salads, pastas. It's the type of place you would go to on Friday night just to hang out, with
Right.
friends. That's over there. There's a place. Now, this is pretty expensive, and I wouldn't recommend it unless you really love burgers. I mean, really love them. It's called a Burger Shack. It's over by Stadium High School, and they have the restaurant all fixed up like in the 60s and 70s. Do you remember Happy Days? Fonzie
I
and them?
think you're talking about Shake, Shake, Shake.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, that
I was
place.
actually just gonna bring that up. We went there one time because I love trying new places and I love burgers, and so we went there, and I honestly was very underwhelmed with the food. There is no service to speak of. You order when you walk in the door, and they bring you your food, but there's not really any further attention paid to you. The shakes were good, don't get me wrong, but the burgers were not impressive. The fries were not impressive. The fries actually looked and tasted like they came right out of a bag of Rida.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a fry connoisseur. I love Red Robin because of the fries,
Oh, Red Robin makes some fries.
Some crinkle cut thing like my mother used to make for dinner, I'll stay home.
No,
But also,
you're right.
it was overpriced, I felt, for what we got. It was very overpriced.
That's my point. Unless you really love burger so badly, you don't care. They're very expensive.
They are.
'Cause I know, at least my time, when I went in there, that's been a few years back, they had some pretty good burger. At least the ones I had. But the reason I gave it I downsized it, because I paid, if memory serves me right, it was like a little over $8 and something for the burger, and the fries didn't come with it.
No.
So by the time you have to order the fries, the burger, the drink,
Everything is a la carte, yeah.
you wind up paying $25, and you don't feel like you got anything.
Exactly. I went down there with my roommate, and I was thinking, it's a burger joint. $7, $8. I said, I will pay. Let's go to lunch. I will pay. I ended up paying almost $40. I was over $40 for the two of us because everything is a la carte.
Yeah. There's another place over there. Have you ever tried the place called the Harvester?
Yes, I have actually. It's an interesting place.
Now, if you look at it from the outside, you'll say, well, I don't know. But actually, I had some of the best pancakes eaten in there, French toast eaten in there, what is it? Chicken steaks in there. And they even sell, now, I know, a lot of people don't eat it up here, but they even serve grits.
I love grits.
And they even serve grits. I mean, I ain't talking about one of those little small packages of grits. I mean, one of those nice big bowls of grits with, very buttery. Like I like my butter and everything. And it was good. Very good.
There's a place, and for the life of me, I love this place, but I cannot think of the name of it right off. But on 56th and South Tacoma Way, there's a Starbucks right there on the corner in the parking lot next to the grocery store.
Right next. Now is that the one off of Tacoma Avenue?
Parking lot. It might be one of those World Market places. It's kind of a discount grocery store right there on 56th and South Tacoma Way.
Yeah. Okay. I was there. Okay. On the corner.
Right, and then there's a Starbucks
Right. There used to be a burger joint there. And
well, if you go to South Tacoma Way, if you go up 56 to South Tacoma Way, and you park in that parking lot, and you walk to the left past the Starbucks, there's a little burger joint there.
Yeah.
And I cannot think of the name of it, but let me tell you something. That is a burger place. It's one of those theme places. It's all tricked out like the 60s.
Right.
But the burgers are very reasonably priced. They're like $6-7 for a burger. And you definitely get your money's worth. They are phenomenal burgers. They are some of the best tasting burgers I've ever had.
Actually.
They also sell French fries there. I mean, not French fries, I'm sorry. They also sell several hot dogs.
Yeah.
I've never ordered one of their hot dogs because, quite honestly, I didn't want to give up a burger for a hot dog.
Yeah.
But it is phenomenal food. The owners are the staff. They're very nice people. The service is excellent. And it's just a really nice, kind of campy place to go and hang out and listen to the 60s music and look at all of the pictures and stuff on the walls. It's a great little theme restaurant. It is not overpriced, and it's wonderful food. Wonderful food. I just can't think of the name of it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a little further down on South Tacoma Way, going back toward Lakewood.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I forget the name of it. Cause I thought it was closed down until a couple of days ago when I happened to be over in that area. It's right off of, I want to say, off of 72nd and South Tacoma Way. You would never know it's a restaurant. Homestyle. Is that the name of it?
Homestyle. Yeah, the one that looks like a barn.
Yeah. They make good food there. And one of the things I find out is some of the places that look like from the outside, like you don't want to go in there, have some of the best food in there.
Well, sadly, the last time that I went to the Homestyle was the last time that I went to the Homestyle because the food was overcooked. It was borderline burned. I sent it back. When it came back to me, it was basically just as bad as the first time, and they had not bothered to get me new French fries. They gave me the same fries with a different piece of meat. It was just as overcooked as the first time. The waitress was horrible. The service was lousy. So, I mean, if you have good experiences there, more power to you. But I decided that day I had other places to spend my money. I've never been back.
Now, how long ago was this?
It's been a while. It was probably 5 or 6 years.
Oh, okay. This has been, I think, about a little over a year ago when I went through there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trying to get out of the rain, really. Yeah. So you go in there and nonchalantly order a little, soda or something, sit down, get out of the rain for a moment. But it started smelling so good in there. I'm like, okay, I don't mind being broke. I mean, I was kind of low with money anyway, but I'm like, if the food's good, I'm okay. And it just wind up on that particular day then. They had some good servers in there, and the food was good, and everything else. Um, that's my experience so far
See,
with some of the restaurants.
this is one of the really bad things that people need to keep in mind when they run a business. I had a very bad experience 5 years ago. Obviously, you know, that was probably the exception to the rule with that place. And certainly whatever staff they had that was so bad when I was there was gone by the time you were there 4 years later. But this is the thing. You have a customer, my friend and I both went in there. We both had horrible experiences. So even though things have probably changed, the experience told us we don't ever want to go back there. So now there's new management, I'm guessing, because things are different. But we still haven't been back because it was so bad.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, if you run that type of a business, especially if you're the owner / manager, you need to keep track of what your staff is doing. You need to make sure your customers are happy, because one bad experience can cost you a customer forever. You know?
Yeah. And speaking of that, I don't know how many people know about or even shop in that area, but supposedly, from what I heard, the B&I, which has been a icon, I guess, at Tacoma for the longest time, is supposed to be closing down.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's a shame.
I can't verify that, but that's what I heard.
It doesn't surprise me, because the B&I that now you said is supposed to be an icon. Did you not grow up in this area?
Oh no, I'm not even from Washington generally, but I've been up here for the last 10, 15 years. But no.
The B&I was originally called the B&I Circus Store.
I did hear about that.
As you walked through the store, there were places that had display cases where they had live animals. They had some of the most beautiful exotic birds you've ever seen. They had little monkeys, and they had Ivan, the big gorilla. Ivan had been at the B&I since he was small, and he lived there for probably 40 years, I'm going to guess, until he finally got to, you know how it is with these bleeding hearts people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that this is the only home he's ever known. They decided it wasn't humane to keep him in a cage. So they basically fought until Ivan was shipped off to a zoo somewhere. And the B&I has been in pretty steady decline over the years. When it was newer, they used to have pictures. All of the kids' TV heroes, the Lone Ranger, Batman and Robin, all of these people that were on TV for kids back in the day would come to the B&I, and they would do this big party, come down and meet television's Batman and Robin. And the kids would flock to the place, and there were pictures all along the walls of all of these famous kids' heroes that were at the B&I. And I mean, if you were a child's hero back in the 50s, chances are your picture was on that wall, because they reached out to everybody. And really nobody said no, because it was actually, the B&I was a big enough thing at that point that if you were a kid's television star, you went and you got your picture taken, and you spent the day signing autographs. I mean, the B&I used to be quite the place. Now, you would never know that to look at it now. Now it is just, you know, it's kind of a faded flower that's in the process of dying. But that's not how it used to be. So it doesn't surprise me that it's probably going to close, because I think its day has long since passed. But it is an icon in this area, and it is going to be sad to see it go.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of surprising, because the one thing I do know is, from the time I've known of its existence, that's been under several different ownership over the years. So that not really surprising. Outside the fact, I used to go in there every once in a while to grab me something to eat because they had some pretty decent Chinese foods in there, restaurants in there. But and they had some pretty good clothing stores in there for discounted prices. So they had some good stuff in there, but I was just kind of surprised when they said that they were closing. Like I said, don't hold me to that. That's what I heard. I'm not verified that. Outside of that, and the history lesson from Miss D Chae about Tacoma, we ought to do this about once every week or once every 2 weeks. Take a trip around the city of Tacoma with Miss Rhani D Chae and let us fill us in on some of the historic places in Tacoma.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of them.
Outside of that, let's hold that thought for a minute. I need to play this particular song because I wanted to play it. Number one, I've been waiting to play it because I like the sound. One of the few songs, well, I ain't gonna say that. I like a lot of the stuff we play, but this song reminds me so much of old school. Like the old school groups and bands like Brother Johnson's, Earth, Wind and Fire, just some of the partying type stuff. But I need to play this and then we come back after this. This is It's a Hustle, and it's written and sung by Eugene Williams. It's a Hustle. Sing it, Mr. Eugene Williams. Got me distracted already, but hey, that's okay. We need to do this. I think I might want to start doing that. Talk about something that happens in Tacoma and
right up to my neck. It's a hustle. It's a red race. Nothing but a hustle. It's a red race. Nothing but a hustle. It's a red race.
I might make that do it.
Nothing but a hustle.
Make you do a research on that. Just tell us some things you love about it.
And they had one big clip. And don't push it.
What is it?
They rats get on the street. With their
also just have
it's a rat race. Nothing but a hustle. It's a rat race. Nothing but a hustle. It's a rat race. Nothing but a hustle. It's a rat race. Nothing but a hustle.
California over immigration enforcement. And my boy Trump took on the state of California, the governor of California, the Justice Department of California. I'm like, are you kidding me? The Attorney General of California. And he also named Governor Jerry Brown and California Attorney General Xavier Bergero challenged police reason passed state laws that the Trump administration says hinder the enforcement of federal immigration law and endangered the
It's a rat race, nothing but a hustle. It's a rat race, nothing but a hustle. It's a rat race, nothing but a hustle. It's a rat race.
Yeah, I think these laws were some laws that California had already put in place. And
it's a
yeah, right. So we decided to take on the whole state of California. He ain't just taking on just one area of California. He's taking on the governor, the attorney general, the Justice Department there. I'm like, are you really kidding me? And I'm like saying to myself, well, I understand, you need to do that, but here's the thing. Where you kind of fringe on government, between federal government, state law, and constitutional laws and things of that nature. And where what supersedes what? Now we all know that certain federal law supersedes state law.
Right.
But it depends on what area that is superseding. I mean, considering the fact that these laws, I understand that these laws were passed. Let me get us back on the air for this one. Well, we're back. And that was my guy, Eugene Williams. It's a hustle. I can see myself hustling, doing a hustle. Woo, woo. Okay, that's enough of that. All right. But as we were going over some of the breaking news about Trump and the Justice Department sues California over immigration enforcement. Now, if there's actually anybody that's actually following and listening to the show tonight, give me a call. I sent it to you on Facebook. You got my number. You got Google. You got Google Messenger. You got Google Huddle. I mean, we got different places out there. You can call. You can text me. And you can go to my website and do it. And if you want, I'll pass it on to Mr. Chae. So all you have to do is take your fingers and let your fingers do the walking. Okay? Do the walking to the text. Do the walking to the cell phone. And don't tell me you don't have one. Hey, even grandma and grandpa older than me are walking around with tablets. Okay? Now, I'm not saying, grandma and grandpa, that you need to do it. Okay? I'm just saying. And I'm not putting you guys down. Okay? You might be just as techie as me, as far as I know. Might make me look bad. But, with that being said, just give us a holler. Okay. Now, as I was saying, I don't have a problem if the laws were something that just got recently passed and they feel that they're impeding progress with what they have to do. But see, these laws were already in place. They already been passed. They already been part of California state laws. And what Trump is saying, I don't really care. I am the commander-in-chief, and so I want the Justice Department to jump down and sue the state of California. And I want to go after the governor, Jerry Brown. I want to go after the California Attorney General, Xavier Becerril. And I want to go after whoever is going to be blocking my progress. And then he goes on to say, I want to challenge these 3 recently passed state laws. But see, here's the thing. These laws were already in place before Trump ever took office. So let's not get to a point where we exaggerating the facts. It's not like these laws just came into place because, we don't have nothing better to do but to pick on Trump, okay? These laws were already there. Now, I'm all for if there's a threat to this country from outside, okay. But you are setting a precedent by going after constitutional laws. There's always been a battle between federal and state. And state tends to take what they understand of the federal constitution, and take it to the limits. And then all states do it. They take it up to the limit of what they can do. All states do it. Okay, let's be real. All states do it. It's just certain states have more power and more clout, like California, New York, Florida, even the state of Washington. Okay? But this is what Trump is saying. That it hinders their progress, it hinders enforcement of federal immigration law, and endangers federal agents. Okay, I understand that. But let's be clear how you want to go about doing this. I mean, according to this, in signing the bill into law, one was signed last October. The other one was signed a couple years prior to that. So these were already in progress. They were pending, but they were in progress. But now what Trump's saying is that the Justice Department argues that they improperly ventured into the enforcement of the U.S. immigration law. That is strictly a matter for the federal authority. See, to me, this is starting to become one of those he say, she say. I'm the federal government. I'm the big bad boys. You the state. You need to get out of our way. And let us do what we have to do. So that's the part I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with doing something that's going to take care of the country as a whole. So I guess, let me see here, which restricts the law enforcement officer from notifying the federal immigration agent about release. Okay, so these are prisoners that they want to notify the immigration about release dates for these prisoners who are about to be released into certain custody, who have been convicted and therefore face deportation. So it also prohibits local officials from transferring those prisoners to federal custody.
Right.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, these are individuals who have spent and did time in prison, who are about to be released, but upon release, gaining custody for deportation.
Right.
Okay, now that I understand and I agree with, but you are trying to appeal or repeal certain laws that are already been put in place. That I have a problem with. So what we need to do basically is change the way the writing or the purpose of the laws are in place. Because you just can't go arbitrarily every state, and if you don't like it, we're going to change the law or we're going to sue you. Because I think now we get into an area where this is going to be another ongoing battle between state and federal. That's my take.
Well, I usually have my opinion on anything political, whether I'm right or wrong. I have my opinion. And in this particular situation, I would have to say that I am definitely undecided. And I'll tell you why. If the law is already in existence, and the president comes in and says, I don't agree with this law because, well, first off, let me back up a second. If the president is in office and a law is enacted during his term that goes against something that he has already put in place, then I believe that the law should be the one that fails because it's going against something that the president has already put into place. So in that respect, the law needs to be the one that goes. Okay, I think we're in agreement on that.
Yeah.
Now, if the law is already in existence and the president says this existing law is in whatever way a possible danger to our country, and he has something to back that up, that this law would allow something to happen or prevent something from happening either way, but it would be a danger to this country and to the citizens of this country, then I feel that the president should have the right, or whoever does this sort of thing. But again, I feel that the law should be the one to go, okay? But what I do not think should happen, I don't think that any president should be able to come into office and just kind of run his finger down the laws of every state and say, oh, I don't like this law in Louisiana. I don't personally like this law in California. This law in Washington State goes against my personal religious beliefs, so these three laws need to go because I don't like them. Even if the president has valid reasons for not liking these particular laws, I think that's such a dangerous precedent if we're saying that every time we get a new president, he can go through the laws in any given state and demand that certain ones be booted out because he doesn't like them. That's not something I want to see start happening. I think that's an abuse of power, personally. And I'm not saying that this is the case with Trump. I'm not. But what I'm saying is anybody in his position, I just don't want to see that be something that they are allowed to do. I think if there is an existing law that allows something to happen that could be if we have a law in Washington that said that anybody, whether they have a history of emotional instability, mental illness, whatever the case may be, or whether they're 14 years old, can walk into a weapons store and buy an AK-47. If we have a law that says that, and the president says, wait a minute, that's a bad law, it needs to go, then yeah, he should have the right to order that this law go, because that is a dangerous law to have. It would be dangerous to, the people of this state if that law existed. So yeah, in that case, I think that there should be, if there is a conflict between what is safe and an existing law that we have, I think the existing law needs to go. But I don't think that any seated president should have the right to just start tossing out laws because he doesn't agree with them.
Correct. And that's the problem that I'm looking at right now, that I'm having problems with. It's the fact that if we start setting new precedents on different things, that's going to give any other president or anybody else that we put in there the right to do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
And now,
exactly. People don't realize what a dangerous door it is to open when you say, well, gee, let's just do this, because whether you mean it to be the start of whether you mean this action to be a precedent or not, the people next year and the year after, if they want to continue doing something, they will point to what you did and they'll say, hey, that was a precedent. It was done in 2018 and we're going to keep it going because they did it once, which makes it a precedent.
right.
And people don't realize that when they do something, even though they may do it for the right reasons, they don't realize that technically if they're doing something new or different, that they can then be looked back upon as a precedent.
But see, for the most part, we don't think about these things. We think how it's impacting us right now,
Right.
not how it's going to impact us in the near future. The other thing, speaking on Mr. Trump, is I'm pretty sure you heard about the hush-hush agreement or the hush-hush money that came up with him, Donald Trump, and Stormy Daniels, who is a porno star that took place.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it took place during the same time frame that he was when he was in the progress of running for presidency. That Stormy Daniels claims President Donald Trump never signed their settlement agreement and that she's free to discuss their alleged affair at will, according to the lawsuit that was filed Tuesday. And And guess where this was taking place at? In California, boy, I tell you, if you want to dig yourself into some news, some tidbits, anything about rumors, just look at California. This is being filed in L.A. County Superior Court.
Of course it is.
And according to Stormy, the Dove Star claims even if Trump's missing signature didn't invalidate their agreement, her obligation to keep quiet ended when his attorney, Michael Cohen, publicly discussed it. So, I do remember during his campaign how he was, bad-mouthing women in the adult industry, sex in general, violence, all that stuff. But yet still, he's sitting up there infamously having an affair with Miss Stormy Daniels, and needed to sign some type of hush agreement to keep this quiet. And now he's denying it, supposedly, that he's never done this and everything else. But see, here's the thing. Every time something goes on or comes up, his attorney, Cohen, happens to be right smack dab in the middle of it. So, if there's any smoke, there has to be some fire somewhere. And I'm not trying to beat down this guy. People make mistakes, okay? That's just life. But I kind of go against when you sit up there persecuting other individuals for whatever occupation they might have, and you causing the same disruption.
Well,
So
I personally have two things to say on this subject. One is, okay, so he was having an affair with a porn star, but yet he was criticizing the women in that business. Okay, let's look at something that is a fact. It is a known fact that when couples are in a relationship, and let's say that one of the partners is constantly accusing the other one of cheating,
right.
It's a fact that usually the one who is always accusing is the one who is actually cheating.
Yeah.
That is a fact. It's also a fact that out of a lot of people, especially men, who are constantly criticizing homosexuals, it is a proven fact that a lot of these men are either closeted or have had those desires in their life and are unable to face or deal with those feelings in themselves. So they attack other gay men because they are angry at them for being okay with who they are. This is also a fact. So people who criticize other people for doing what they do happens constantly in almost every level of our lifestyle. There are plenty of people out there who criticize. I mean, I spent years, let me tell you, years, from the time I was 14 until the time I was in my 30s, working in and out of various aspects of the adult entertainment business, okay? There were quite a few men that I knew on the outside of my doors where I worked that criticized the adult industry. They railed against the women who did it. They tried to make us victims. They tried to make us basically prostitutes, which granted a lot of them were. But I mean, they constantly spoke out against the women in this business, but they were sitting at my table every Friday night with their Visa card in their hand. So this is not a new thing, okay? The fact that Trump did it, okay, for whatever reason he felt he needed to hide that, which leads to my second point. Trump screwed around a lot in his earlier days. And I'm sure he was probably doing it to some degree, like with Miss Daniels, while he was campaigning. But my question is, first off, who cares? Because let me tell you something. If I had been Trump, if I was a man who was going back several years to when a lot of these issues happened, if I was young, if I was not horribly ugly, if I was filthy rich enough to offset my lack of, decent conversation, and women were throwing themselves at me, beautiful women were throwing themselves at me because, hey, I'm Trump and I'm rich, I'd sleep with him. I would if I was him. If I was a movie starlet and beautiful men were constantly throwing themselves at me because I was, some famous movie star, I'd sleep with him. Hell yeah, I would. So if Trump was sleeping with all of these women, so what?
Well, see, I don't have a. That's his life. He do what he want to do. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have is when you start trying to bribe somebody or hook somebody up for something that you and her evidently were involved in. That's where I have the problem. Because you're right. You do what you want to do. That's up to him. When you get into politics, things are going to happen.
Personally, I think he should have, with all of these situations, he should have said, yes, I slept with this woman. Yes, I slept with that woman. Yes, I slept with Stormy Daniels. Because who cared? There is not a politician that I think has ever walked this earth, going back to the men who signed the Declaration of Independence, who did not have their mistresses and their girlfriends and their slave women that they were all sleeping with. I mean, this has been going on since the dawn of time. This is not a new thing. This is not a Trump thing. So to me, he should have stood up and said, yes, I slept with a porn star.
Well, that's my point.
For whatever reason, I'm sure he was told by the people who were trying, and I do mean trying, to keep him under control during campaign, and I'm sure that was not an easy job, but I'm sure he was told by these people that he needed to keep that quiet because politically, with everything that Hillary was doing to discredit him based on his personal, private life, she of all people who has no business to talk with who she's married to, with everything that she was saying and doing to attack him based on his private life, I'm sure his advisors were telling him to shut this woman up. And I'm sure that's why he did it. So the fact that he paid her money to shut her up, I can't even criticize him for that because I'll tell you something. I have had some interesting sexual partners in my day, and if I was campaigning to be president and one of these guys stuck his hand up in the audience and said, hello, come talk to me, I'd make damn ass sure I was there first, and I'd be telling him, honey, here's a check, you fill in the amount, just keep your mouth shut. So I can't criticize the man for giving her hush money because in his position, or even if I was there myself as a woman, I would have done the same thing if one of my history showed up and I thought was going to say something about what we had done, because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of things I did in my day with my partners. I would not want these guys suddenly standing up and spilling the beans. So I absolutely understand that he didn't want her talking and he was willing to pay her to keep her mouth shut. I have more anger at her because, quite honestly, she was given $130,000, I think, to keep her lip zipped, and instead she is going public and she's using that situation to further her own advancement.
Well,
and I have a problem with that. I'm more angry at her.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't think she got paid.
She got handed a check for something like $130,000. That was the hush money.
Okay, I might be looking at that.
And I just looked at that 5 minutes ago on Google, so.
Because I was thinking that she didn't get paid. Because according to what I was reading, if that's the case, I don't see why there would even be a suit. You got paid. he got what he did. Case closed.
I think because now she is trying to make this an issue, because now she can further her own advancement by going public with this. Let's see, it says right here. Daniels' fling essentially shows coordination between Donald Trump, Cohen, and Daniels. That means the $130,000 payment from Cohen to Daniels to silence her during the campaign violated federal election law. So apparently that violated some sort of federal election law because he paid her, but he did give her $130,000.
But here's the thing. Okay, I understand that. I think if that was done while the election was going on and that money was paid out, then there is a law violation. That is.
Different thing. That's a completely different thing.
But
and if it violates a law to pay her to shut her mouth, then, obviously he broke that law.
He broke that law. So basically,
to do with the fact that he paid Daniels, that's a separate thing.
So if that's the case, it's more to me. She's trying to make this bigger than what it is because the law was already broken. Right. Okay, so in that regard, the only thing that will come out of that is that there was some misappropriation or but let's face it, most political aspiring people have these things popping up all the time. Exactly. It just depending on the severity of what is going on.
Well, and I can tell you that by saying now that she does not have to keep silent, that now opens it up for her. She can now hit the talk show circuit. She will now probably get a book deal from some publisher to write about her affair with Trump.
But you know what?
If she is an aspiring actress, this will get her name out there to where now maybe she can get opportunities to pursue that. I mean, it's the same thing as with Monica Lewinsky and all of these other people. Once it becomes public, then they become public figures.
But see, the thing is,
reality stars.
We already know Monica Lewinsky had an agenda.
Of course she does.
And she did not hide the fact.
No.
Okay? She did not hide the fact at all what she wanted and the reason she did it. But still, if you are a public figure, and this is all I'm going to say about it. Everybody's human. I understand that. But sometimes, when you're a public figure, and especially if you have any intention of running for some higher office, okay, you know these things are going to come up. The problem I have, and here's the thing. If you have things in the closet, maybe it's best you don't run. I mean, that's just me. If I think something is going to be prevailing bad, I'm not going to even put myself, my family, my kids, anybody through all of that. I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth it.
That's you, though, because if you think about it, if that was like a law, that if you have something bad in your closet, you cannot run, look at history. We would never have a politician in any position.
No, I understand that. But if you're going to do it, then you got to face the piper.
Yeah.
You got to face the piper.
True.
I'm just saying, and if you have political aspirations, then you got to know what you're doing and what you open yourself up to. I just think we spend too much time on what he said, she said, what they did behind closed doors or whatever the case may be, unless it actually impacts the United States of America or anything in our society that's important.
I don't care who you sleep with. I don't think it has any. It's none of our business unless, like you said, it impacts the country. I mean, even if you're banging your secretary on the desk in the Oval Office, that affects you and your wife. That doesn't affect me. That doesn't affect any of us. That's between you and your wife and the secretary, you know? I mean, I don't care what they have done as long as it is not something that will affect this country. Nobody is all that pure and innocent when it comes to sexual escapades. Not one of these people. So for them to be pointing fingers and now dragging all this crap out about Trump, to me, is incredibly hypocritical. And I'm not saying that Trump was right. I'm not condoning him, but he did it. Who cares who he was blinking along his way to the top?
I just don't. The only thing I have to say about that, and that's just where I stand on that one, is just don't be pointing and trying to throw other female up under the tires of buses, trains, or whatever the case may be, because you might have done the same thing. That's the only problem. That's the only thing I'm saying. I just don't like the double standard, and it's not just because of Trump. It's because of any political figure who do it, and they all do it.
They all do it, yeah.
Okay, so if you're going to point the finger, then deal with the consequences. That's all there is to it. Because you are dehumanizing other women or other races, minorities, whatever you're saying about them that you know damn well you shouldn't be saying. Simple as that. We talk about that, how much we care, what's important, but yet still we want to crucify. We want to use prejudicial, discriminatory type ideas, idealisms, whatever the case you want to look at people who do not justifiably deserve it, but we do it. And I'm getting tired of it because I think we as a country should adhere to what we should have been doing from way back in our forefathers when the Declaration was done. And I know, I ain't gonna get into all that right now. This is not the right time to do it. But I know when the Declaration was written, a lot of experts and everybody said it wasn't written with all this forethought in mind. Well, I can tell you it was. I could bring up so many different facts, but that's just not worth it on this night. This night, I just want to clarify some things, and you did. And I just wanted to speak on some things, which I did. I will be talking about what's going on. I lost it somewhere. What happened, the NBC reported that took place, I think today, in Washington, about the gun control. But since I don't have all the facts, I'm not going to talk about it right now. But something big did happen today. It came across one of my news feeds.
Okay.
Outside that, I know you don't follow. I know you're not, well, I'm not going to say you don't. Any guys that play basketball, as you put it, have those nice little shorts on, you might watch them. But
they have very loose shorts. I can't really get a good look at any of the butts out there.
oh
It's
my,
not really
oh,
worth
okay,
my time.
we will drop that one for right now and move on to another subject. Okay, but outside of that, that's probably going to be it for this part of the show. I will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes to carry on with the rest of the show and deal with other updates, anything that's going on around the world of news, lifestyles, or whatever. But this is the evening hour. This is SIME-mixlr-radio-tonight. And this is Rhani D Chae. I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes.
You brought me to my knees. I came to you with all my time. Still you look at me like everything's alright. You said you'd go your own way to feed your appetite. Well, don't come crawling back my way, because I'm off to a better life. You said all the life that I offered, you'd rather drown in the shallow waters than try. Baby, don't cry to me, try to pull me under, 'cause I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. Maybe it's time to see all the things you've done to me, 'cause I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. Yeah. Now the truth unfolds. You thought that you could do better than me. You know I'm standing tall, I'm feeling just fine without you. You said all the life that I offered, you'd rather drown in the shallow waters than try. Try, baby, don't cry to me, try to pull me under. I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. Maybe it's time to see all the things you've done to me. I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. Yeah. You said all the life that I offered, you'd rather drown in the shallow waters than try. Try. Baby, don't cry to me, try to pull me under, 'cause I don't wanna drown in your shallow. Baby, don't cry to me, try to pull me under, 'cause I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. Maybe it's time to see all the things you've done to me, 'cause I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. Yeah, I don't wanna drown in your shallow water. Yeah.
dog in me. She's hiding tempting and make me wanna come right back. And plus her hips, thighs, sexiness take me to outer space. She's got me so out of control. I'm lusting for a taste. Now I know it's wrong, but it's not a crime, so I'm trying to keep you on the line. I broke the plans, but I'm just a man. Hope that you can understand. You told me once and you told me twice that I need to get it right, but I tried to fight with all my might, but my body and mind don't think alike.
Everybody, everybody. If you wanna dance and sing this song, everybody come along. If you wanna dance and sing this song, everybody come along. If you wanna dance and sing this song, everybody come along. If you wanna dance and sing this song, I'm just
living. Pardon me for my upbringing. Look, know it's harder when the drums hit and they just spilt their life on the beat. For me, I was just thinking, that's why I never put my trust in them. Yeah, for like forever we've been crushing them. Plush land in a rush for such a lush feeling. Married to the game, but I promise I'll never bust in them. Just bigger, my stomach flooded with just liquor. I turn my vice to a virtue, my circle just winners. And speaking of squares, I creep through the stairs with box cutters. In case you needed a leak in your bed, it's that simple. Essentially suspenseful. Left the body bag at the doorstep of your tempo. Take them to the essence. Still exceptionally sinful, sending a message to the Pope which stated that I am at your window. Yeah, now bow down when the sun rise. 1-5, 1 in the cup. Let the rum slide. Order another round for your squad. By now you understand I know my way around them bars. This is so round, low down, profile, felony, the flow foul, froze clowns, closed down, embassies is so wild, no sound, profile, heavenly, the born child, thorn crown, more ground, energy. Look, more proud energy, more style flaws, crossed out enemies, court case, tossed out, forced to be selling these. I walked about the room feeling like the Lord blessing me. I love God, hate religion, paint the picture for those trying to break the system. Take the riches, you probably you'll get laid in ditches. I represent for those who never had to play the victim. Listen once, y'all. Shall I continue? These lies never be who they are, they just pretend to. While I just put my thoughts on the hardest of instrumentals, your highly regarded artist is now a part of the menu. Them wacko rhymes are like appetizers. I'm masterminded, cats go find theyself in a casket for thinking they act alive. I steadily pack lines so perfectly when the track collides. I catch them while they lift up they latches. I'm ready to snatch the prizes. I act surprises if I am a novice, maniacal monsters. Higher and flyer, you lie in the coffin dying. I'm trying to concentrate, listen as I operate. I body you just so I get the coroner to cop the tape. Motherfucker. So round, this is ours. This is us right here. This is forever right here. Chris drums.
When you think about all you lost and all you found, does it equal out? No. I need some help, but like my health, I need you to be kind, be true, darling. Open up your eyes. Your words may hurt, may cut me to the bone, and worse, remember you always come first. I need some time to feel fine, put this all behind. Lift this weight that's been pushing down on my mind. For all I know, it's too late. The damage has already been done. I've been going down this long dark road, I don't know no more, cause I found you. I'ma do it on my own damn time. I spent my mind trying to find you. Take me back, help me see. Take me back, help me see. Take me back now, help me see. Take me back now.
If I told you about a guy who ain't never need a reason to take a life overnight just to cope with his demons. Posted up on the block, right a block from Artesian. Packing heat like the winter cause the homie never freezing. Every day is a fight for his rights and his freedom. He wanna leave but he can't cause he know his niggas need him. Not a fan of his pops cause the nigga always leaving. And if worse come to worse, he gon' leave his mama grieving. See, homie ain't a punk, but it's obvious how he's in fear of the here and now, of the here and now. So take a bow. You the reason why he won't wake up now. To the shots ringing out in the middle of the night as the soul takes flight to a much better place where everything's alright. They say God will give no man more than he can bear, and that he works in mysterious ways. You see, he comes from a place where his demons visit him on the regular. Whether violent or secular, at a moment's notice, a trigger happy heathen is the reason he's no longer breathing. If you let the media paint that picture. His roads have never been paved unless one straight to his grave, and the captivity of negativity that consumes him is deeply rooted within. The same lies that were told to him, he's now preaching to them. He was told his future's bright, but now the light's gotten quite dim. Long nights and short days, new whips with the same slaves. I'm not the greatest at spelling, but I was taught that you can't spell community without unity, and quite frankly, that still stands true to this day. Nevertheless, he needs more, a product of his environment, rich in the world, but spiritually he's poor. It's like his demons need him, and he needs them to survive. Physically and mentally deprived, the lack of love teaches him that everyone's a snake in disguise. It's time to open your eyes and realize that we can't do this without one another. Put the guns down, Chicago. Peace. From here to the Middle East.
Diving down deep to the bottom, where it's harder to swim. Hold my breath and work my way back to the top of the surface again. Oh no, can you help me? I'm falling. Oh no, in love again. Oh no, in the depths of this ocean. Oh no, are too deep to swim. Just when I can't feel the warmth of the sun tingle in my skin. Your currents pull me back to the depths of the school of emotions, trapped in the coral reef, and all the mermaids and dolphins laugh when they see all the sunken treasures at the bottom of the sea, like the broken hearts you buried from the fools just like me. Can you help me? I'm falling. Oh no, love again. Oh no, in the desert's ocean. Oh no, I'm too deep to swim. Sometimes it gets too hard to see all the danger down here, but then one ray of light seeps in, and I'm hooked again. Oh no, can you help me? I'm falling. Oh no, love again. Oh no, desolate ocean. Oh no, are too deep to swim. Diving down deep to the bottom, where it's harder to swim. Hold my breath and work my way back to the top of the surface again. Oh no, can you help me? I'm falling. Oh no, love again. Oh no, the desolate ocean. Oh no, I'm too deep to swim.
Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
Looking back, you're never what I needed. Looking back, I never really wanted you. Looking back, I never really loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. You said all the right things, made all the right moves, made me think, made me believe I'd be the only one you choose. 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 Looking back, you're never what I needed. Looking back, I never really wanted you. Looking back, I never really loved you. I never loved you. I never in the right place. You made me feel special. You made me feel wanted, 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 wanted. Looking back, you're never what I needed. Looking back, I never really wanted you. Looking back, looking back, looking back, I never really loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. Now I find out that everything was a lie. You gave the illusion of being a real man. I realized at the moment you were never what I dreamed of. That you thought you were leaving me broken, 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 broken. Looking back, you're never what I needed. Looking back, I never really wanted you. Looking back, looking back, looking back, I never really loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. Looking back, I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you.
And we're back. We will get back with more music on sime-mixlr-radio tonight. And that was Hold Me Close. Get my nose out here. And that was written by Nick De La Hoya. Before that was Looking Back. Looking Back. And before that, we had Oh No by John Van Ness and His Demon. And that was Honey Padre. But now, just want to talk about a couple of things that's coming up. Be right back in 2 minutes. I'm red, I can turn it off.
One thing I've learned in my life, sometimes you just never ever know why. When you least expect to go on a ride, all this crap happens and you get hit from the blind side. Got Facebook and all the opinions on what way to ride. So many said they changed the world. God knows if they tried. Too many things to question those that deny. What's the truth and what is a lie? Why ask why we can't change the world? Why ask why we never get the girl? Why ask why when we still try? Oh, why ask why? Why ask why? could only imagine that there would come a day that there would be peace and love and tranquility. Where there's trouble in the Middle East, they say it's what we have felt. But is it really, really that way? But I'll tell you, the one thing I've learned in my life, sometimes you just never ever know why. When you least expect to go on a ride, all this crap happens and you get hit from the blind side. Why ask why we can't change the world? Why ask why we never get the girl? Why ask why when we still try? Oh, why ask why? Why ask why? Is it the truth or is it a lie? Why ask why? 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 Is it the truth or just a damn lie?
Come for dinner, bring your thoughts, humor me and stay for a while. I don't mind if you stay late. We can't commiserate, love to see you, it's been a while. 2006, but you're no stranger. Life's been hard with regrets, barely getting by. Time knows no one, favors no one, just moves on and on. I've got your fave, Dutch apple pie, so stay for a while. Come on by, but don't hit and run. Stay for a while, no shame. Let's make the most out of the fleeting time passing us by. Let's play it by ear, I'd love for you to stay for a while. I'll never forget when I was astray. There you were, showing the way, so won't you stay for a while? Not just a little while. Let's stay for a while. Drowning in an ocean of trials and tribulations, you reach deep down with all your might, pulling me into the light. Heard about Max who passed away, such a loyal, loving dog. Life's been unkind, I miss you. You've been on and make it right. So stay for a while. Come on by, but don't hit and run. Stay for a while, no shame. Let's make the most out of the fleeting time passing us by. Let's play it by ear. I'd love for you to stay for a while. I'll never forget when I was astray. There you were, showing the way. So won't you stay for a while? Not just a little while. Let's stay for a
And that was Uncle Tadashi. Stay for a while. And before that, we had, I guess we got vampires hanging out around here. You hear all the howling outside. We do that from time to time. I just want to make it interesting. This is G.E. Shaw coming to you live, sime-mixlr-radio-tonight. And like I said, before that, we had YSY, Serotonins, Hold Me Close. We also had that by Nick Delohoy. And coming up next, we will be having the hit song Forever by N.K. Morton. N.K. Morton. And we'll be having Back from the Brink. Back from the Brink. And that's with Dara. But we'll get back to them in a few minutes. Talk about things that's coming up on the show. On tomorrow, we will be having the evening hour, of course. With Rhani D Chae and sime-mixlr-radio-tonight. On Friday, we will be hosting Let's Talk Sports. We didn't host it last week. Try to get some people to come in, some commentators. We didn't have them. But we will be working on that. We're hoping to get a couple individuals who love and watch NCAA college basketball. Talk a little bit of March Madness. It looks like March Madness is starting to shape up and starting to come into form with some prominent basketball teams, programs, some upstarts, some dark horses, and a lot of fun. You never know in March Madness, because March brings the madness into college basketball. You know, we're going to have some of the regular particulars, you know, that show up every year for the dance. Like my boys, Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk, plus Duke, the Blue Devils, North Carolina, Villanova, Clemson, Kentucky, Virginia, who's starting to become a regular, Tech, Wichita State, the Shockers are starting to become a regular. They are starting to remind me of the Gonzaga Bulldogs when they first came up as a small school, mid-American type school, mid-power, but they are coming, and they're coming hard. Here comes the Shockers of Wichita State. Plus, TCU looks like they might be heading to the dance. Like I said, Wichita State, Seton Hall. These are some of the regulars that probably been out, probably missed the last couple of years, but they're back now. We got Tennessee into the den. We also have, excuse me, having some volume difficulties, but we talked to my guy. We got it back. We okay. Florida. And we're going to have some newcomers if this holds right. But this is an updated bracketology bracket with all the so-called bracketology experts. But this is not written in stone yet. Although the top 8 probably are guaranteed some of the top seeds. You know, the number 1 and 2 seeds. We got, as of right now, locked in, we have Villanova, Xavier, Virginia, Kansas, my boys, the Rock, the Chalk, the Jayhawk, with Duke, Purdue, Cincinnati, Michigan State, Tennessee, and Texas Tech, North Carolina, Auburn, West Virginia, Wichita State, Michigan, and Arizona, filling out the top 16 teams and the top 4 seeds as of right now. That's what we got locked in with. But I'm looking forward to March Madness. March Madness will start next week. This coming weekend, we're going to be hitting you, covering all the major college basketball tournaments throughout the country. We got the Big 10, Big 12, SEC. Tournament still yet to play out, to be determined how the brackets and the seeds will go down. Hopefully, we'll get my boy, Mr. Clifton Gage, to come on the show. Looking for a couple of others. If there's some people out there who want to talk about the NCAA, the NCAA, sorry about that, getting close to sleep time, NCAA basketball tournament, let me know. We'll be posting how you can contact us, how you can be part of the show, etc., etc., etc. But that's what's going on. Plus on Friday night, we have our normal Friday night sime-mixlr Friday night music mix. A showcase of all the music played throughout the week on all our programs, networks, feature pages, etc., etc. It's non-stop, straight to the heart. Music from the indie world, featuring hip-hop, pop, funk, a little rock, a little hard rock, alternative. We have it all. Instrumentals. And we might be hosting our first Sunday Jamboree. Check back with us throughout the week. Get the details on that, and we'll let you know. Like I said, this is sime-mixlr-radio-tonight. And we had earlier on Rhani D Chae, and she will be back tomorrow. Don't know what else we got going on. We got a couple of breaking news flashes. So let me take a look at that real quick. Let you know what else is going around the world. Like we're here for all the news, lifestyles, sports, you name it. We try to talk about it. West Virginia Teachers Union in 9-day strike after pay deal has been reached. Come on, you know. That's one thing. And how many agree? Teachers are probably the most underappreciated, underpaid professionals still in our society. We need to give them a better, I think we should apply them better, give them a little bit more admiration and respect. I'm going to give it to you right now. Also, we got going on, CNN reports that Michelle Obama dances with Parker Curry, her littlest fan, a little girl who was transfixed by a portrait of Michelle Obama last week. Oh, that's nice. We might talk about that a little bit tomorrow on Lifestyles. Outside of that, Gary Cohn, Trump's top economic advisor, also resigns days after the tariff decision. And everybody know what a tariff decision is, or the tariff. So we'll be looking at that, maybe talking about that tomorrow. A lot of things going on. One of Trump's ex-aides won't comply with subpoena. Says Trump may have done something to deal with that, to blockade that. Should be interesting. And we might talk about some of the, to me, groundbreaking awards that happened this past weekend with the Oscars. Minorities winning big in several categories unheard of. We might even hit that. And some surprises as far as movies are concerned that won the Oscar. Best Picture, The Shape of Water. That's a good movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to check it out. Upset alert. And I'm going to do some research on the billboards of Eating, Missouri. They took away quite a bit of awards over the weekend. I want to take a look at that. See who actually, with some of the stories. I know Woody Harrelson. No, what's the guy's name? Woody Harrelson. My bad. Was in that movie. And I thought he might win when they said that they had a Best Actor award, but it wasn't him. We would talk about that a little bit. Get Out was a nominee. Several other movies was nominees. And then we might even talk about who we think might be the front runners for this year's Oscars coming up. This is G.E. Shaw, sime-mixlr-radio-tonight. And we're going to hit you with Young Lady Hating mixtape and what we got going on here. Make sure we get the right young lady on here, because I want to tear the girl's name up. Why the hating? This is Flo Joe. They hating. They hating.
Let me tell you
like that.
J-Bone.
Getting green, why you hate? Count checks, why you hate? Roll ladies, why you hate? Finna flex, why you hate? With my team, why you hate? Chasing dreams, why you hate? Shoes clean, why you hate? I hit my lean when you hate. Why you hate? Why you hate? I'm so up, I'm elevated. Why you hate? Why you hate? I'm so up, I'm elevated. Getting green, why you hate?
This is live.
Chasing dreams, why you hate? Shoes clean,
And
why you
close it
hate?
out
I hit
with
my
Party
lean when you
Town.
hate.
My boy.
They hate cause they see me on TV.
Eugene
What you pay your cable bill to see me? You hate me, but
Old
lucky you
school
need me.
style.
Cause my sauce it be dripping so sweetly. Walking, hit it, hit my dance. We jump right
Come on,
out of a
turn.
Benz. Hit the floor, shake for
Seem
the
like you
fans.
ready.
Then we do it
So
all
we'll
over
be back.
again. Hit it, I drop out, I
Close
split
out the
it.
show.
Wait,
This is G.
go.
E.
We so fresh, you
Shaw.
already know. Changing my style like I switch up the flow. Catch me outside.
Radio tonight.
You won't get it back. Oh no, it's a rap on that. It's a rap on that. Getting green, why you hate? Counting checks, why you hate? Roll lace, why you hate? Finna flex, why you hate? With my team, why you hate? Chasing dreams, why you hate? Shoes clean, why you hate? I hit my lane when you hate. Why you hate? Why you hate? I'm so up, I'm elevated. Why you hate? Why you hate? I'm so up, I'm elevated. Getting green, why you hate? Chasing dreams, why you hate? Shoes clean, why you hate? I hit my lane when you hate. Cooking out the booth, now my pot hot. Bad and bougie, but no crock pot. All these weak rappers got a soft spot. I just pulled up in the slingshot. Skirt, skirt, and I'm gone. I stay fly like a drone. Wanna feature, hit my phone. Feel like Otto, cause I'm in my zone. Get it, I just want a milli. One day my watch is gon' cost your tuition. Killing these beasts and there's raising suspicion. First they was sleep, now they all pay attention. Why they hate, why they hate? Cause I just left Atlantic Station. Number one across the nation. I'm a legend in the making. Getting green, why you hate? Count checks, why you hate? Roll lace, why you hate? Finna flex, why you hate? With my team, why you hate? Chasing dreams, why you hate? Shoes clean, why you hate? I hit my lane when you hate. Why you hate? Why you hate? I'm so up, I'm elevated. Why you hate? Why you hate? I'm so up, I'm elevated. Getting green, why you hate? Chasing dreams, why you hate? Shoes clean, why you hate? I hit my lane when you hate. Cooking up the booth, now my pot hot. Bad and bougie, but no crock pot. All these weak rappers got a soft spot. I just pulled up in the slingshot. Skirt, skirt, and I'm gone. I stay fly like a drone. Wanna feature, hit my phone. Feel like Otto, cause I'm in my zone.
And that was Flo J. Why you hating? And this is G.E. Shaw. And we're coming to another end of another show. Up next, we're going to hit you with Radar, which is Grant Ball. Finish up with This Is Life, Sean P. Party Town, Eugene Williams. And Jamon Turner. Seem like you're ready. Until tomorrow evening, this is G.E. Shaw. And like I always say, look to the sky, baby. You never know when your prayers will be answered. Until tomorrow, have a good night. This is G.E. Shaw. sime-mixlr-radio-tonight.
Have you on my radar? Cause they be talking, just going way up. You ain't nothing, how about the new wave? Made it to the other side with a new heart. Yeah, can't have you on my radar. Cause they be talking, just going all the way up. You ain't nothing, how about the new wave? I made it to the other side with a new heart. Keep persevering, man, I never break. Work every night, overtime, ain't no breaks. We moving so fast, ain't no need for breaks. Came up for nothing, motivation is all it takes. We on the way to greater things. Dodging these bullets from wherever it's sprayed. We play no games, you play those games. That's why you lose, all I know is gain. No time for wishing, all I do is get it. No stopping till we all win it. I'm trying to motivate everybody talking women. How they out here spinning, how they out here spitting. I don't see no challenge, I just count my blessings. I said I don't see no challenge, I just count my blessings, yeah. Looking at this year, ain't no competition. We ain't stressing, we out here living. Pesos, I spin those, pulling strings like your pedo. Pedal to the metal, boy, gotta keep it civil. Know these levels, I'ma get it how I want it, man. No telling if I might pull up on your ass and go bang, 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 bang. That's how I settle, boy, I never settle for
greatest, I'm the latest. Whoa, underrated, they manipulating the ambition, the mission. I'm keeping the tension going every direction. I gotta get with it, I gotta get with it. Gotta get up in it, I'm on the road. Homicidal flow, trying to stay modest, but your boy lost it. Can't have you on my radar, cause they be talking, just going way up. You ain't nothing, how about the new wave? Then how about the new wave? Can't have you on my radar, cause they be talking, just going all the way up. You ain't nothing, how about the new wave? Yeah. Then how about the new wave? Keep moving up, the motivation is all it takes. We on the way to greater things, dodging the bullets from wherever it's sprayed. We play no games, you play those games, that's why you lose. All I know is game.
This is life, this is love, in this time. This is all I ever asked for. This is all I ever wanted. From these moments, in my right, in my wrong, yeah. Get a mic, and then put it all in the song, yeah. I've been waiting on this moment for the longest.
I'm so blessed, thank God for every single thing I got. Real talk, been a minute since I walked around the block. Used to walk, now I ride. Easy living on the side. Give me 12 more months and everywhere we go, we fly high. Why try? Work to be anywhere but above me. I mean, everyone who hear my voice just simply seem to love me well. Except my ex, but he no one believing it. It's crazy doing business, never say that it get easier. Same hard work that we've been putting in from the beginning. Got me grinning, cause I know they little jealous that we winning. Don't you see the vision? Ain't hard to tell. We propelling oversell, clientele be paying well. I got sad stories that don't get a tear from these eyes and brothers who do anything for me, don't be surprised. Remember when we didn't have enough money to dream, now we only got enough for the team, my nigga, this is life.
This is love, in this time. This is all I ever asked for. This is all I ever wanted. From these moments, in my right, in my wrong, yeah. Get a mic, and then put it all in the song, yeah. I've been waiting on this moment for the longest. Is it like, yeah, fun in the sun, never cooling breeze. I give anything for the days, it's just you and me. My friend, I got love for you. No ain't no problems, they can't shade us. We are so bright, we can shine in the dark. We the type to see them green lights when they park. Never had a problem with holding on to the mark. Cause all these hopes and dreams keep us alive. We on this all good, yeah. But hold up, I need a minute. I'm telling you to hold up, cause I ain't finished. I'm telling you a story, you're pushing it to the limits. And to do that, we taking it back to the beginning. It started as a little one, I can feel the rhythm. I can see the visions of us having millions. See, life too short to be worrying about opinions. And that's what we be trying to tell y'all. Yeah, my nigga, this is life. This is love, in this time. This is all I ever asked for. This is all I ever wanted. From these moments, in my right, in my wrong, yeah. Get a mic, and then put it all in the song, yeah. I've been waiting on this moment for the longest.
Remember that young love, that have all of my heart, dumb love. That no, I'm too loyal, she got me sprung love. That baby, you ain't gotta catch the bus. Big dreams, my big things that still change for us. Life is better, but if you don't agree, you need to hush. Probably still have issues with people that I can never trust. Doesn't matter, really whether I love it or hate it. Had to lose an ex to run into Miss Sophisticated. Welcome to the future. See the difference? That persistence got me to her. See the distance? Can't say that she my everything, but baby got me wishing, cause we ain't missing half of the trouble. We got our hip and we just look for new trouble and about to do double. And if you mad, you can hate us until you stop bubbling. We be trying to boss every day. Doesn't take a lot for us to get lost. MIA, I'm just saying, this is life.
This is love, in this time. This is all I ever asked for. This is all I ever wanted. From these moments, in my right, in my wrong, yeah. Get a mic, and then put it all in the song, yeah. I've been waiting on this moment for the longest. Is it like?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Y'all going to the party tonight? Having a good time tonight.
when you step right in.